It may be frowned upon, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things we thought were illegal but aren't. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at different acts that we assumed were not legal, but lo and behold, they can in fact be done by a law-abiding citizen, in many places at least.
Wait a minute, are you two brother and sister?
We's all kind of things.
Note that these things can't be 100% confirmed for everyone everywhere around the world. So for the sake of consistency, we've decided to base our entries off of laws in the United States. If you're from outside the USA, consult local laws before indulging in any of these activities.
Okay, I'm supposed to double, right?
Is this your first time, darling?
Number 10. Sitting in the back of a moving pickup truck. Moving violation tickets can be pricey and troublesome, so caution is advisable. But believe it or not, there's no blanket federal rule against traveling in a truck bed. It's 100% legal in about 20 states, since they don't have any laws addressing the issue, while 30 others have age restrictions between 16 and 19. The remaining states and the District of Columbia have requirements based on the number of passengers and trip length. So in the absence of clear-cut regulations, if you're an adult, the cab is full and the driver isn't hitting interstate speeds, you're likely in the clear. As a bonus, driving barefoot is also legal regardless of what state you're in.
You have to wear seatbelts, but wearing shoes? It's not a requirement.
Number 9. Counting cards.
Counting cards is a foolproof system.
It's also illegal.
It's not illegal, it's frowned upon, like masturbating on an airplane.
The house always wins, but one tried and true strategy rejects this phenomenon. Used in blackjack, card counting is a matter of using statistics to obtain an advantage that's practically guaranteed to pay dividends over time.
Still plus 15. 9 plus 15.
Perhaps it's the portrayal of card counting in film, or its association with other swindling techniques like loaded dice, that lead people to assume its illegality. But take a course and go clean out Vegas. Law enforcement's not going to stop you. Casinos may have their own ways of preventing this sort of activity though, so just tip your dealer well to keep things moving. Number 8. Owning a flamethrower. On the one hand, if you have a match and an aerosol can, you technically have a working flamethrower. Not that we're trying to give you any ideas. On the other hand, it's a frickin' flamethrower. So, there you have it. The United States has no specific ban on flamethrowers. And it's left up to the states to decide whether these fiery weapons of destruction serve a need for the average citizen or not. California has the strictest regulation on flamethrowers for the time being, with a simple misdemeanor slapped on your record if you're caught using one.
Baseball's the flamethrower! Bet kids love this one.
Number 7. Purchasing and operating lockpicks.
Hey, you're getting better.
While certain lockpicking tools are completely legal, someone who owns any at all is likely to be on your radar for potential future problems. So you're probably thinking Johnny Law would be at odds with amateur lockpickery, but it just isn't so. At least not across the board.
Oh no, nothing's ever locked.
California requires proper paperwork in the form of a locksmithing license, yet a handful of states only ask that you don't use your lockpick for shady purposes if you own one. But beyond that, you're aces.
It's like trying to pick a lock with a wet herring.
Number 6. Not obeying stop signs on private property.
Hello? There was a stop sign? I totally paused.
In most states, stop signs have the law to back them up on public streets and highways. However, if you're looking for cheap thrills without potential legal implications, run a stop sign next time you're in a mall or school parking lot. Not that we're encouraging or condoning that kind of thing. Keep in mind that if you get into a wreck, your insurance company will probably find a way to use this against you. So basically, the only useful reason to even know about this alleged loophole is the 2 to 3 seconds you'll save in the parking lot by keeping your foot off the brake. Number 5. Using a radar detector. One of the easiest ways to avoid a speeding ticket is to not speed. But failing that, the next best option is to not get caught.
What are you doing?
Citing you, sir.
What?
Regardless of what you drive, you'll never be faster than a radar gun. So having a device to warn you about the upcoming speed trap seems ingenious. Fortunately for non-commercial drivers and private vehicle owners anywhere other than Virginia and the District of Columbia, it's totally legal to have a radar detector.
This is a pretty bad deal for Kramer. You know, a radar detector's worth much more than that helmet.
Where the confusion lies is that radar jammers are typically illegal under federal law, but those are a totally different animal altogether.
You're only in trouble if you get caught. Gotcha! I'm in trouble.
Number 4. Corporal punishment in schools.
You were talking! That means you're going to get a beating! But because it's opera school, everybody's getting one!
As of 2015, in 19 states, teachers could use physical punishments against their students, mainly in the South and Midwest regions of the U.S. And there's actually a 1977 Supreme Court case used as precedent. In Ingram v. Wright, it was argued that corporal punishment does not violate due process, nor does it constitute cruel and unusual punishment. In recent years, the states of Mississippi, Texas, Alabama, Arkansas, and Georgia have laid claim to over 2/3 of reported physical punishments. So while many states have banned the practice, they're actually not explicitly forbidden in all of them.
By ignoring them, you're selling out these children's futures.
Oh, come on, Edna. We both know these children have no future.
Number 3. Topless women.
Morning.
You mean afternoon?
Yeah.
Hashtag free the nipple, am I right? Turns out it's freer than anyone thought, despite what YouTube and social media regulations may suggest.
Boobs! Boobs, boobs, boobs! Boobs and bush!
More than half of states have explicit laws pertaining to the legality of toplessness. And strangely, political opposites California and Texas see eye to eye for a change. Conversely, very few states have explicit laws against toplessness. Plus, variables like political leanings and weather don't necessarily predict a state's ruling. Instead, research is required to know with certainty if your state is okay with letting the twins out. So be careful.
Release your boobs!
Number 2. Cannibalism. Aside from less taboo examples of legal cannibalism like the consumption of a mother's placenta, cannibalism is largely associated with some tribal rituals and notorious serial killers. However, it's not as illegal as you might think. In most cases, the consumption of another human being would involve harm, or at least the unlawful desecration of the victim.
Seems an awful waste. I mean, with the price of meat, what it is.
1884's R.V. Dudley and Stevens is often cited as the exception, in a case where a group of marooned shipmates murdered the weakest member and used him for sustenance. 2 men were charged with murder and sentenced to death, though they ultimately only served jail time, with the third going unpunished, despite admitting to cannibalism.
Oh, hi! Baby! The other white meat! Baby!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
They got a tank. I'm sorry. Did somebody just say a tank?
The police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown.
Number 1. Bestiality.
Yeah! Seems more of a game warden thing to me. Well, it's illegal, Burton. I know that.
That's right. The highly taboo act of engaging in sexual intercourse with an animal is not illegal under federal law in the United States. Thankfully, most states have taken it upon themselves to slap at least a misdemeanor on this crime, but a few remain quite laissez-faire today. If you live in Hawaii, Kentucky, Nevada, New Mexico, Vermont, Texas, West Virginia, or Wyoming, there's no law that explicitly states you can't go to town with the farm animals.
The only drug I need is horse.
Guys, what are you doing? Please don't do this.
It may be interesting to some that many more states have banned the practice after the turn of the 21st century. So, at least there's that.
Do you need assistance?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.